Hey everybody, Josh Erdman, Erdy's Pest Control here. Today I'm going to show you a couple different ways to set up some of our rental packages. This is our most common package here. It comes with a heater and 3 heavy-duty fans. Powered off of a stove or a dryer, and then everything else is powered off of 110 outlets. So first thing you want to do when you come into a room is you want to kind of assess or make a game plan. The whole trick to heat treating is getting good air movement. You want the air to leave the heater and come back to the heater as smoothly and as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to set this up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this dresser just away from the wall a little bit, maybe a foot or so. I will take the heater and I'm going to I'm not shooting it straight down the wall, I'm kind of banking it off the wall so it hits the wall and comes out over here kind of where the drapes are. We'll go ahead and plug the actual heater itself into a separate circuit, so not in this room. So there's a bathroom here, we'll plug this in here in just a minute. The next step would be to take your heavy cord that's supplied and you'll plug that in to the side of the heater here. As you plug that in, the light comes on, so you know you've got power. Once you've got it set up, you will turn it on and we'll start to blow the air. What I do is I turn it on as I go so I can feel if the air is circulating well. So if I come over here and I'm not feeling anything, I'll move some stuff out of the way here. We'll take the first heavy fan, and again, we're banking it off the wall and trying to send it that way. So these plug in inside the room. These are standard outlet, so we'll plug that guy in. And we'll come over here and we can move this little guy out of the way. Right now the air would be blowing somewhere in here, so again we're going to try to bank it. The nice thing about these fans is if you have limited outlets in a room, you can actually plug them in to each other. So you can actually come over here and plug them in to each other. Just make sure the original one is plugged into the wall, or obviously you won't have any power. Finally, we'll take the third fan, and this is a really small room, but again, the faster you can get the air to leave and come back to the heater, the better your result. So we'll set this one in here. Again, trying to drive that air directly into the heater. And again, we'll take this and we'll plug this into the other fan. Turn everything on and basically shut the door. You want to give it about an hour, then you can come back in and you can actually check the digital readout on the heater. It should be significantly warmer than what is in your house. So keep your house at 70. It should definitely be 80 to 90 degrees within an hour. If that's the case, pull the door shut, set the timer for 11 hours, come back and you'll be bed bug free. All right, so here's where I'm gonna show the second room setup. Very similar to the first. We're gonna use the same exact package, the 1 heater and the 3 fans. This one obviously is a little larger room. There's more items or obstacles in here for the air, but the first step would be to obviously move this bed away from the wall. And again, it doesn't need to be far, just probably a foot or so. Again, it's just for air movement. We've also got a dresser or a night table here. We're gonna take that and just turn it so we can get it away from both walls. The other thing we should mention is we should open those up just so that the air has more places to go. We will take our heater. Again, we're going to plug this into a separate circuit, so there's a bathroom again around the corner here. We'll plug that in there. We're then going to take our heavy cord and we will again plug that in to the heater. Want to give it a little twist so that it locks, but again you'll see that the light comes on. Try to keep your cords without any big kinks in them, it just heats better. Again, we're not shooting it right into the corner. We're trying to bank it off the corner and go around. So again, I'm going to turn this on so that I can feel the air. I'm going to take my first heater, or my first fan, excuse me, and we'll go over here into the corner. We're going to get that set up. Again, we're shooting off the wall, so it comes out sort of by that patio door there. Again, all these fans are 110, so they plug right into your standard outlet. And that's what they sound like when they come on. It does get really loud, that's normal. That's also why we don't leave them on while we're shooting these videos. So again, we've got the air coming out over there. So I will come and get fan number 2. And again, we've got a night table here. We want to get it away from both walls. Again, we want to open the drawers up so that the air can penetrate a little easier. So we can feel the air over here if this was on. So again, I'm gonna bank it off here and try to get it over that direction. We'll plug this guy in over here. So over here we've got 2 dressers. There's not a lot of clutter, there's not a lot of stuff that's really gonna affect these guys. They're not huge dressers, so just slide them a little bit away. We'll open them up. You have to be careful too when you're opening dressers. You don't want to open them and have the dresser tip over because it displaces the weight. So that's something that happens from time to time, so just be aware of that. This guy, I'm just going to pull a little bit away from the wall. I'm not really trying to get the air to go behind all this stuff. Again, we want the air to circulate and come back to the heater as quickly as possible. As that heat stacks up, we also have a fan here that's going to help push that down. That heat will find its way into those little cracks and crevices. So with that air bouncing off the door, it's probably going to come in here somewhere, which will work out great for our last fan. We can direct it pretty much directly at the heater. And again, we'll take this guy and we'll just daisy chain it right into the other fan. So we've got that plugged in. We take another quick look around, make sure we didn't miss anything. Obviously, I want to open these up as well. So we can open these guys all up. Move the fan a little, but again, we want direct contact. One other thing I'll mention is obviously there's no sash or decoration around the window. But what can happen when you turn these fans on is they can get sucked into the fan and that'll slow your heat or your air movement. So just be aware of that as well. So we've got everything set up. We've got all our fans on. I know we don't really, but they make too much noise for this recording. One thing you want to do is you're definitely going to want to close the door so that you're not sucking in cold air from the rest of the house. And then when you turn this on, you can actually see there's a temperature readout on here. So make a mental note of this. Right now it says 70 degrees. Once you've closed the door and you come back in an hour, it should definitely be a lot warmer than that 70 degrees. If it's not, you've probably got something set up wrong or you don't have something on. You can always give us a call and we'll help you through that. If you have questions about bed bugs or setting up rental equipment or interest in renting the equipment, check us out at urdys.com.